Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious, bringing you another video review. This time a little something different. For those of you who saw my birthday unboxing, you know I got these two from my good friend Darren DK TARDIS. And these are the NECA Friday the 13th. They're calling them Series 1 because this is a new version of Jason Voorhees that they're starting to put out. These are from Friday the 13th Part 3, the one that was in 3D. You have the regular version here, and the battle damaged here, which is how Jason looked at the end of the movie. So, I am a big fan of Friday the 13th movies, so to get these was an awesome gift. It's nice packaging. You got, you know, behind him is his iconic mask, the poster from the movie, another picture of the hockey mask. And on the back, you got, you know, the write-up, you know, stuff like that. You guys can read that, and you see coming soon, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. I hope they go through all the movies after this, because the next one I really would like to get is from Friday the 13th Part 6, because that is my favorite of all of them. Yeah. So really, I mean, you can see they're nice looking figures in the package. They really are. This one comes with a clean machete and the harpoon gun. The harpoon gun is, you know, iconic because that was right after he got his mask that he, you know, shot that one girl right in the eye with it. And because it was in 3D, you actually saw the harpoon come to the screen. So that was cool. And this one, as you can see in there, he's got the axe wound and the cracked mask. It's got more blood on him, but it's basically the same body. So you have the same body on both of them, and we're going to get him out of there. The axe can fit in his head. You just got to finagle it a little. They have, underneath the masks, are two different head sculpts, so we'll show them off. These are, you know, fantastically articulated figures, I will say that. Their original Friday the 13th figures were pretty much statues. They had a little bit of arm movement, head movement, and that was it. I'm glad NECA's going back and redoing these figures, giving them fantastic articulation. It's a great... I want to see how much farther they go with this, because these ones are fantastic. The ones for Friday the 13th Part 4 look pretty good. I know some people are wanting to get a Roy figure from Friday the 13th Part 5, but we'll see what happens. So let me get these guys out of the package. Probably going to take a day or so from the time I'm recording this part to the time I actually do the review, because I want to mess around with them and get to know them even better so I know what their joints can handle. And then we'll take a good look at both of them, and that'll be it. Be back in a bit. Okay, here we have both versions of Jason out of their packaging and looking really, really cool. I mean, the detail work on these is just phenomenal. I mean, look at the mask. Just look at the mask. That's very well detailed, and I love how you can't really see the eyes unless you get really close up. That's you know, very much like Jason Voorhees. And even has a little snap right here on the mask. You can see the buckles on the back of the head. You know, it's got his hump molded in that Jason has, because Jason is deformed. He's not normal, so you can see his head is all deformed. Now we're going to take a look at them without their masks in a little bit, but you know, we'll just go over the basics of these guys. And it's just, look at the shirts. I mean, this one's got a little bit more blood in it. And you can see there's the head wound from the axe. Alright. Now if you look, he's holding the harpoon gun. Now the harpoon gun is iconic from Friday the 13th Part 3, because when Jason first took this mask from Shelly, he grabbed a harpoon gun and shot that one girl right in the eye. Just kind of stood there, kind of like this, tilted his head a little bit, and pew, gone. Now, this Jason also comes with this machete. As you can see, this machete is very well done. You got like the rivets in the handle, but it looks like actual worn metal. It doesn't look like, it's not just silver paint. It's got a lot of texture detail in it and things like that. It's very well done. I mean, you got to give it to NECA. They do things so well. And if you look at the harpoon gun, it's even, you know, it's got the rubber firing mechanism. This is actually sharp, like RoboCop's data spike and things like that. So we can just take that out of his hand real quick. Now, as far as the battle damage Jason, I'll take this out of his hand. He also comes with a machete. And his, as you see, it's got a copious amount of blood on both sides. And it's not just like little tiny splatters of paint. This looks like blood that's been sitting on here for a while. Sticky and gooey and everything else. That's really cool. Now he also comes with the axe. The same axe that goes inside his head. And the axe has also got blood all over it from him. But under the blood, you can see how it's got like a rusted texture to it. Sorry about that. He didn't want to stand there for a minute. Okay. But the handle is made out of wood, and you can actually see like wood grain detail and stuff like that in there. That's really nice. Nice attention to detail. And as like I said, you can, I'm going to put it in his head, because there is a certain way to do it to get it to stick in his head. Then you can, you know, recreate that iconic scene where he just got it in his head and now he's still coming after that girl before he finally collapses in the barn and dies. Which I think is just awesome. So let's go over the articulation. We'll use the undamaged one for now since this one's got an axe in his head. The articulation is identical and it's very well done. The head is on an awesome ball joint for both of them. Arms swing out, up, back. It's got an elbow joint. Got a swivel at the elbow, which is awesome. The wrists are both on ball joints, which is cool. I mean, this figure, for their horror figures, usually the legs are static. Not on these guys. It's got a waist, just a slight waist, because the shirt does get in the way, which is a soft rubber, but it's molded to look like a real shirt. I love that. But he can also, you know, has a little bit of an ab crunch. His legs can swing out, forward, back, bend at the knee, swivel at the knee, and then you got a little bit of a swivel at the foot, which is on a slight ball joint, but the bottom of his jeans kind of hinders that. Now, his jeans are nicely done. They're dirty down here. They're even dirtier on the other one. If you look at his hands, his fingernails are dirty. That is awesome. And he's got a little bit of blood on his knee, same as him. We'll take a little look at him. He's got, you know, like the blood on his shirt, but you can see there's blood, you know, on his neck, which you can see more once it's open, but you see his pants are dirtier, especially down here. Nothing too much on the back. I mean, basically, it's the same body, but you have two different head sculpts. Alright, now we'll take off the mask, because that's what everybody wants to see. So we'll start with him first. Just slip the mask off, and look at that. Oh, look at that. Mutated Jason Voorhees face. A face only a mother could love. You know, and it's sort of like a passive expression on his face. I like that. You can see he kind of has a Ferengi head. Without the big ears. So you can slip his mask. Oh, we'll leave his mask off so we can show the two faces off. Alright, so now this one's mask comes off. And you see, he has a different expression on his face. And if you watch the end of the movie, after the surviving girl puts the axe in his head, she has a hallucination where she sees Jason come running out of the house. And this is the actual expression on his face when he comes running out. So I thought that's kind of cool for somebody who's a fan of the movies to actually see that get molded. And you see all the blood on his face. Yeah, that's pretty cool. These things are awesome. If you're a fan of NECA, you're going to want these. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th, you're going to want these. These were high on my want list when I saw them. You know, I like the look of the Nightmare on Elm Street figures, but the fact that the legs aren't posable really got me down why I never bought any. NECA's really been stepping it up lately with their articulation, and if this is a sign of things to come for them, that's awesome. I hope they get to Friday the 13th Part 6. Part 6 is my favorite movie, and that's my favorite incarnation of Jason, because that's where you get the first zombie Jason. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to bring out, because they do have Friday the 13th Part 4 figures coming out. And again, they have a regular version and a damaged version of that too. The damaged version has like a huge slice on the side of his head from Tommy Jarvis. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, that was my look at these, you know, fantastic figures from NECA. I mean, thumbs up NECA. You guys have been really, really stepping it up lately, and to me, you're the king of iconic figures. Your RoboCop figures are fantastic. I know my friend SportsWolf3, he really loves the Predator figures. Those are fantastic looking. These are absolute winners in my book. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Friday the 13th series. So to have two versions of Jason when he first gets his iconic hockey mask. Now, a little quick trivia on the hockey mask that many people might not know. The way the hockey mask came about in the movie was somebody on the set had a Detroit Red Wings mask. And this is a slightly modified version of that Red Wings mask. And that's how, you know, Jason ended up getting a hockey mask. So as you see, they just slide right on. And what's cool is, because his head is deformed, a lot of people always say, well, the eyes look off to me. Well, the eyes are supposed to look off to you. If you look closely, only his left eye is supposed to really be showing. The right eye is supposed to actually be slightly below the mask. That actually does happen in the mask if you look close enough. So, there you go. I'm rambling now. Thank you all for watching this. These are great figures. If you're a fan, try to find these. I know it's hard to find them in stores because they usually only sell them at Toys R Us. Try and get them. They are so worth it. So this has been the NECA Friday the 13th Part 3, which it's their new Series 1 of the Friday the 13th figures. And, you know, that's it. You guys be good, because for those who know Friday the 13th, you know what's going to happen if these guys come after you. Because there ain't no stopping him.